Hey guys, before we get started with today's video, Mikey and I would like to give a huge shout out to the One Step Chefs and Joe in Surprise, Glendale, and Peoria, Arizona. Hi guys, we're so glad you guys are cooking along with us, and we are so honored to have you as a part of the Crock Posse. So enjoy today's video. Hey guys, today on Foodie Friday, we're talking about what to do when you can't get boneless, skinless chicken, and I'm sharing a fun recipe for chicken cracklins, all while having a whole lot of fun. And listen to this crunch. Kitchen. I am Cris from recipes@crock.com, and today we are going to be talking boneless, skinless chicken for Foodie Friday, and what to do if you have a recipe that calls for that, or you're wanting to make soup or sandwiches or something, and all you can find is bone-in chicken. And part of the reason I wanted to share this is because I also wanted to share what you could do with the leftover skin. We're going to talk, we're going to share an air fryer recipe for chicken cracklins at the end of this recipe. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 today. Would I buy chicken just to make chicken cracklins? No, it's kind of a long drawn out process, at least the way that we make it. But we don't live in Louisiana where we always get chicken cracklins, so it is a special treat whenever I want to process chicken this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with bone-in skin-on chicken. And I am using about 4 to 5 pounds of bone-in skin-on chicken thighs, and I have it in my pressure cooker pot here. So we're going to start out with chicken, in my grocery store at least, chicken skin on and bone in is a lot easier to find sometimes than boneless. So what I need it for is I want to make up some chicken that I can, shredded chicken that I can keep in my freezer and throw into casseroles and soups and stuff like that. And I usually buy boneless to make it, but it's not always available. So I'm going to show you what to do. So we have got our chicken in the pot, and to that I'm just going to pour 1 cup of chicken broth. If you are using a larger pressure cooker, you might bump that up to 1.5 cups. I'm going to toss in a stick of butter. Some of you playing along at home might notice this is very similar to our regular butter chicken. And that's pretty much what it turns into. I am going to use the leftovers of this after I do the chicken cracklins to make our chicken fettuccine that we love on the stovetop tonight. So to that, we're going to salt just a little bit. The chicken broth is going to add a little salt. The butter, if you're using salted butter, will add salt as well. You can always add more salt later. I'm also, because I am going to be using this in one of my favorite Italian dishes, I'm going to toss in a little bit of garlic powder. That's optional. It's up to you if you want to do that. You can also toss some onion powder in there if you want. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Google's talking from my pocket, guys. I'm not sure even what it was saying. We'll set that right over there. Okay. Now I'm going to use my pressure cooker lid, and I am going to put it under pressure, and I'm going to cook this under high pressure for 25 to 30 minutes. I want my chicken to be like fall off the bone, so it's really, really easy to process. So I'll probably go ahead and do 30 minutes because I'm going to want to do a quick release. You could do 25 minutes and a natural release for 15 minutes if you wanted to. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to do 30 minutes, high pressure, because we want that chicken to just fall apart for us. And so while we're doing that, if you want to make the chicken cracklins along with me at home and you have an extra pot, or just go ahead and grab your air fryer basket for your Foodie, because we're going to use this component for the chicken cracklins with a little Old Bay seasoning here in a little bit. Regardless, you're going to want to grab also a container to put your chicken in and something to toss the bones in so you can throw them away at the end. So I'll see you back here after this cooks for 30 minutes in 3, 2, 1. And we are back. My chicken cooked for 30 minutes under high pressure. I meant for it to do a quick release, but I got busy working on something. And so it pretty much did a natural release for me. However, I have done this with a quick release after cooking for 30 minutes. But what I wanted to show you is how incredibly tender this chicken looks. And I'm sorry if the camera is shaking. I also put on a load of laundry. We are in our RV, so I didn't really plan well, and I apologize. Okay, might give me just a second here to take a picture.
Is that an earthquake?
No, you know what it is. Alrighty, so what we're going to do now, because we're making boneless, skinless chicken, shredded chicken to throw in our freezer, make a head chicken, or to make a pasta dish or casserole or something like that. So right now what we have are chicken thighs with bone and skin on, and we want to change that. Now, you could have tried to cut the meat off when the chicken was raw, but what I want to do instead is make it super, super easy. So what I do is I take a container and I take each piece out. Now, getting the skin off, the skin is going to be very, very delicate. So I just use my tongs to grab that skin and pull it off as gently as possible. Now, because I'm making chicken cracklins, I have my Foodi pot with my air fryer basket inside of it. Okay? So, and I just laid that chicken down on that air fryer. You can see that. And I've got my chicken that I just pulled the skin off in my little container here that I'm going to keep my chicken, my shredded chicken in. So if you don't have 2 Foodi pots, what you probably are going to want to do is drain your chicken and save that broth. It would be fantastic for a soup or something. You're going to want to drain your chicken and then take your Foodi insert and put your air fryer basket in if you're doing the cracklins. Lots of stuff going on here. Sorry, guys. So now all I'm going to do is just gently, I mean, you don't have to be precious about it. Just pull the chicken away from the bone. And I'm doing this one-handed so you can kind of see it on the camera. But I just kind of go around the chicken bone until I can grab it out of there, and you'll see it falls right off the bone. Makes it very easy to make shredded chicken. So sometimes I take 2 of these to make it really easy. So once you kind of mess with it a little bit, it falls right off, and then you can put the bone in your trash, or I have a plate here that I'm doing that with. So what I'm doing is any kind of chicken fat that I see, I'm separating it and I'm putting it in my air fryer basket. Meanwhile, I'm keeping my shredded boneless, skinless chicken down here in my container so I can use that meat for other things. So we're just kind of using everything. The broth will make a yummy soup. The chicken skin will make delicious cracklins, and then the chicken will be great with our pasta. So that's what I'm doing here, and it's going to take me a little bit. But I also wanted to say, at least the chicken cracklins that we get, sometimes they have like a little piece of meat attached to it. So if when you're pulling this off, a little bit of meat gets in your air fryer basket, that is completely fine and actually makes for a yummy little treat with your cracklins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Mikey fast forward this part of the video because this is a little labor intensive. Is I'm just going to go through all of my chicken here and get all my shredded chicken off and put all the skin in the basket. And once I'm done with that, he'll slow it back down so that we can chit chat about how to make the rest of our cracklins. Okay, so now what we have our chicken skin in our Foodi air fryer basket, which we're going to make cracklins with. In our original pot that we boiled the chicken, or we pressure cooked the chicken, we have a delicious, rich, buttery broth we can make soups with. You can put this in a container and keep it in your fridge for when you want to make soup, or you could use part of your chicken and make a chicken soup really easily. This is very flavorful, rich broth. So we have that. And then we have all of our easy shredded chicken here to make sandwiches with. We could add barbecue sauce and make this barbecue chicken. I'm going to use it later to make some fettuccine alfredo. But you can use it to make multiple things, and this actually could be a couple different servings for depending on what you're making. So you've got that. And then we have our bones, which we will toss away. If you wanted to make additional broth, you could use those bones to flavor additional broth. But this is a very economical way for us to use almost all of the chicken. So I'm going to set this aside because I want to show you now how we can make chicken cracklins with this chicken skin. It's a yummy little snack, and it is a little snack because if you can see here, this is all the skin that I got off of the that whole pack of chicken that produced all this stuff. So it's going to be a nice little appetizer actually for our fettuccine. Let me grab, this pot is going to be really hot that has my broth in it, but I'm going to want to save that. So I'm going to set it aside. I'm actually going to set it in the sink so it doesn't get on anything. So I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to put my pot with my insert. Now obviously I have 2 Foodi pots. It comes in really handy. You can buy extra ones on Amazon or on the Foodi website. But I've got this in here now, and all I'm going to do to make this extra delicious is sprinkle it with Old Bay seasoning. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook this on 360, the air fryer feature. So I'm switching lids, and now I'm going to use the air fryer, and I'm going to turn it to air crisp, and I'm going to turn it to 360, and I'm going to cook it for 15 minutes. And then I'm going to flip it, season it again, and do another 15 minutes. So I'll see you back here in 15 minutes. In 3, 2, 1. And we are back. It has been 15 minutes. And our chicken cracklins are starting to look incredible. So as you can see, they're starting to shrink up and get crispy. We're just going to flip everything over. And we're going to do it all over again. Sprinkle it with a little Old Bay. And we are going to air fry it 360 for another 15 minutes to make super crispy chicken cracklins. And I also wanted to give you an update on that, that chicken broth. I decided to put it to work and make my noodles for my chicken fettuccine I was telling you guys about by just adding some additional broth to it. And that way my noodles can cook right up in in some yummy, rich chicken broth. That's a perfect use for it to give my noodles some really help them have a lot more flavor. So I'm using, for those of you low carb folks, I'm using a low-carb fettuccine. Sorry, I'm dumping it all over the place. Low-carb fettuccine by the Great Low Carb Bread Company. That is who when we enjoy pasta dishes, that's the pasta that we like. So I'm going to go ahead now. I'm trying to spread it out, but these are looking incredible. We're going to just sprinkle them again. Just a little bit. They don't need as much this time. And we're going to go ahead and put it back under the air crisp feature. It doesn't like it that I don't have the door shut, so I'm going to have to shut this. The air crisp feature for 360 for 15 minutes. And we'll see you back here in 3, 2, 1. And we are back. It has been another 15 minutes at 360. And our cracklin, check that out. Do they not look incredible and crispy? Let me pull just 1 or 2 out. Oh, it's so crunchy already here. Like I said, these are precious in my house. When I do this, everybody's like, it's gone. It's gone like within 2 minutes. So once I plate these up and have dinner ready, this whole batch will be gone. It's definitely a treat in our house. But I was going to show you right here. It's just a crispy little chicken cracklin. So those of you that are familiar, most people I think are more familiar with pork cracklins, but down in Louisiana, they have chicken cracklins, and we absolutely fell in love with them. This is low carb because there's no extra breading on it, and it's so yummy. And listen to this crunch. Sorry, that's my phone. And listen to this crunch. So if you're asking yourself, what does a chicken cracklin taste like? The most incredible outside of a, if you think about the outside of fried chicken, you know, the extra yummy part, that's what a cracklin tastes like. So good. So that's an easy way for you to make 3 different things with a pack of chicken when you can't grab that boneless, skinless chicken thigh or chicken breast that you wanted. If you have the bone and the skin, you can always toss it in your pressure cooker, create some delicious broth, pull that skin off, and make you some delicious cracklins, and then pull that chicken will just fall right off the bone for you, so you can use it in your pasta dishes or your casseroles or for sandwiches. It's just an easy way to take one thing and make 3 things, which potentially could make even more things. So I hope you guys have liked this video. If you liked it, we'd love for you to give us a thumbs up. If you guys are not already members of the Crock Posse, click subscribe down below and become a member of our slow cooking, foodie loving, RV traveling family around here. If you'd like notified every time we upload a video, click the ding-a-ling. That's the bell down below, and that will tell YouTube you want notified every time we upload a video. But whatever you do, we hope you laugh often, eat good food, and speak life. Bye, guys.
If you want to see the latest, click on the left right here. If you feel like subscribing, click on the right, my dear. And if you think we're funny enough to send us money, click the Patreon.